Cross-Atlantic Gaming's community is the heart of what Cross-Atlantic Gaming is all about. Join our Discord. Links are in the description of the show notes. Now let's get on with the show. Hit it, Risky.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 96 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host Risky the Kid, and joining me this week, as always, are my co-hosts Chocolate Bear.
Hello.
And Moose.
Hey players.
Hey everybody. Everybody staying safe? Staying indoors? Quarantining still?
Doing our best, dude. We are doing our best.
How's the teacher life going for both of you?
I'll fire my teacher.
You both gonna fire your teachers?
Yeah. I'd hire I would hire an in-home tutor, but apparently you're not allowed to do that either, so it's just me. Good luck in second grade, because first grade may not be complete.
Wonderful.
I need a teacher training day.
Right? Yeah, we didn't get any sort of training.
Exactly.
It's just like, here you go, have them.
What better way to learn?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
we'll see.
You know, we're all learning on the go, day by day. Everything changes, so
100%.
Roll with the punches, as the principal says.
Yep. All right. So next week's episode is a mailbag episode. So if you guys have questions, comments, or I guess just questions, comments doesn't really help us at all. But if you have those, you can send them to us via Discord. We have our mailbag channel, obviously, and then however else you want to reach out if you do have questions for the show. I think this will be a good segment for us next week, just because it's kind of not a lot going on.
People got some time on their hands to think about some questions, but do me a giant favor. If you submit a question, give us your opinion or input on that question, please.
Helps guide the conversation a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, do that. Reach out on Twitter, post in Discord, wherever. We'll find it, and we'll throw them in the show for next week. With that being said, another week in gaming. What have we all been getting into? I'm gonna start with Moose. You're playing a bunch of Disney stuff. I'm assuming this is mostly because of your children.
Yeah.
What's going on? You can talk about either one. Or
okay.
both.
Well, let's start with a proud dad moment. So Hootie is now a big 7-year-old, and she actually knows what she's doing in games, dude. Like, all of a sudden it just clicked.
Like, looks around and strafes correctly.
She can run, and she can follow the little golden path. So this first game I'm going to talk about is Disneyland Adventure. So this is like the perfect starter game for anybody that wants to learn how to play video games, let alone, kids essentially, but anybody really. So you're just traveling around the park, and you meet different characters. You take selfies with characters. They send you on different fetch quests, essentially. And then you get to go to the ride attractions. And the rides are like mini games. And they're replayable because there's like a 5-star grade. And to get perfect, you get 5 stars. But it's not, super easy either. So yesterday, Hootie went ahead and got her first Xbox achievement by beating one of the mini games that I hadn't even touched yet.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, dude.
I was stoked. I was actually in the kitchen, doing the dishes like a good housewife.
Yep.
And got a notification on my phone, and I looked at it, and I was like, "What? Who's inviting me to a party?" And then it popped up, and I was like, "Holy cow! Rylan just got an achievement."
Look what you did.
Yeah. So
did you know you were going to have that type of excitement for something so small?
I know, right?
That's awesome.
So she was stoked. I was stoked. And she's going to be a gamer, so watch out. She's going to be no-scoping fools here soon.
You should try to hop in on this gamer score competition and then just put her to work. Here's your schooling for the next couple months. See how high you can make this number go.
That's not against child labor laws, right?
As far as I know, no. Should be good.
If you give a gold star at the end of it, it's not anything to do with that. It'd be fine.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah. I could just offer her ice cream or tell her that's her reward, and then,
Or her reward is playing games in general.
Yeah.
I'll let you play as much as you want.
Quality time with her dad. That's really the the thing she's winning there.
Exactly. Who could ask for more, you know?
So yeah, it's a good family game. It's easy enough for the small ones to play, but challenging enough that you can still try to. All right, give me the controller. I'm gonna get 5 stars.
What kind of mini games, I guess, are we talking about here? Like platformy things? Or...
Yeah, not so much platforming, more like 3D shoot 'em up kind of, where you gotta like fly through stars and collect coins.
Okay.
There's one that's a Peter Pan where you're flying around. There's one that you're at the Teapotter's party and you've got to push buttons in sequence to do a dance.
Cool.
There's a bobsled where you've got to, avoid obstacles and collect things on your way down. It's just kind of all the different attractions that there are at Disney. They've made some sort of ride or mini game within them.
That's kind of cool. It's a cool idea. I think your kids are definitely like the perfect demographic is your house. Just like a dad
absolutely.
who wants to kind of teach his kids how to game. This seems perfect.
Or people looking for easy gamer score, Bear.
Chocolate,
Dude,
there you go.
Crush it on there. Just cut this out so Chester doesn't hear this.
Well, I've got a couple of. I've just found out there's a whole developer that makes their games specifically. Put my teeth back in. Specifically for gamer score aficionados. So I might be buying a few of their titles because
like they make them super easy.
Possibly.
Hit start
So
100 gamer score.
That sounds like pay to win. Yeah.
Yeah, it's well, if your games are trash and that's the only way you're going to sell them, why not?
That's like, I remember it was one of the old Simpson games where if you just hit start, it literally gave you like 5 gamer score or something dumb like that. So
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of
Well,
that.
the Disney game's somewhere along those lines, though, Chocolate. Like, talk to a character, unlock an achievement. Take a picture, unlock an achievement. Like, it's pretty simple, dude.
Did you have to buy this or is it in Game Pass right now?
It's been in Game Pass. I don't know if it is there currently, but I bought this a while ago for like $10 or something when it was on sale because
Right.
it's a good buy for me. Not saying it is for everybody, but it's a good family game if you're looking for something that's easy that everybody can play.
Nice, dude.
That it is, but let me check real quick.
Oh, I was just doing that. You might beat me
Yes,
to it.
it is. It's on Game Pass right now. So is Rush a Disneyland or a Disney Pixar adventure? Adventure. So
if you're stuck at home with kids, there's some good games on Game Pass you can pick up to introduce the little ones.
And it looks like Disneyland Adventure is both of them are Play Anywhere titles. So you
Sweet.
can play console or PC.
Yeah,
Good deal.
that's tomorrow's lessons for my kids.
There you go, Bear. Set them loose.
All right. Well, the other Disney-ish game you're playing is maybe a little more challenging and not exactly skewed towards them. You're playing some Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
are you playing that with them as well? Still, kind of
with and without them.
Okay.
So it's going to be my next backlog game, I think, to finish. My save point is about 16 hours in. I just beat the Monsters Inc. boss, and then I went to Arendelle and met up with your girl Elsa. And now I'm at that boss fight, and I played it for like 2 hours yesterday, and it just felt like I needed to turn it off and go do something else. So
Fair.
that's where I'm at. But yeah, it's when I first started playing it again, I was like, why is this so hard? Why do I not have any of my moves? Like, you have to assign everything. So I went into my skill tree and I had like 80 points that weren't assigned. And you have to assign like your dodge roll, your air dash, your combo attacks, like everything. And I was like, as soon as I assigned all that stuff, I destroyed that boss within like 10 minutes. And I'm just like, oh
yeah, I was gonna say you're at quite a disadvantage without any of your skills attached.
Yeah, it's basically like going almost to the boss in Zelda when you have no clothing, no shield, no sword.
Oh yeah, go right to Ganondorf right off the rip.
Or going, I guess I've never played this, but going left instead of right in Dark Souls, and it takes you right to the main boss or something like that.
What a nightmare.
Right.
But I'm sure there's videos of people doing that.
Yeah, some people that are way better at games than me.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm paying zero attention to the story. Like, I literally will set my controller down and get up and walk away and come back and be like, man, this thing's still going.
Well, that's like, doesn't that thing have like one of the most convoluted stories in the history of video games? So.
It makes no sense to me, so I don't even pay attention to it. I just play the game when it starts again, and like you get a bunch of different keys, and they're a lot of fun to use. So if you do enough combos in a row, it gives you like a bonus weapon. And the one I'm using right now I got from either Monsters Inc. or Toy Story. I think I'm using both of them. But so one of them you upgrade and it turns into like the giant claw thing. And so you have claw hands and you can shoot those out. And then once you've done enough combos with that, it turns into drill hands. And then there's a finisher on top of that. So it's, it's like combos on top of combos on top of combos, and then your finishing move. And you can do that with like, I want to say like, I don't even know, dude, like 10 or 12 different keys, let alone when your support characters bonus up, they have supers that you can do as well. And then you have ride supers, which is like
Those
Buzz
are like
Light.
giant ultimates, right?
Yes. And one's like, it's like Buzz Lightyear. You sit in the little car and you just shoot everything with a laser gun. There's a Captain Hook's pirate ship, and it's just like the ship ride at an amusement park that swings back and forth, and you just like basically launch people off the map with it. There's a big merry-go-round that's rhythm based, so you've got to time it, and every time you do it, it shoots like a wave out, like
Like an
area.
AoE blast.
Exactly. What other ones are? Oh, teacups that just kind of bounce off everything like pinballs. There's
sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a water ride where you like, the big like 8-person circular water ride that splashes through everything.
Yeah.
You do that and you pick the path, and then you hit the finish button, and then it just like basically floods the whole map, and you go through the whole path that you picked. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of entertaining. And like I said, you don't have to pay attention to the story. Castle, I know on Discord, was saying that he was looking to getting into it, but he didn't know if he could do it without following the story. And dude, I have no idea what's going on. I get kind of upset when the Disney characters go away and the anime characters come in. I'm like, I don't know who you are. Just go away and bring back Elsa.
The Final Fantasy friends.
Yes, exactly. So, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one out next.
Nice, dude. And this is just another good one where, like, if the kids want to watch,
Right, it's safe.
there's Disney things on the screen. So
Yeah, and if they ask me questions about it, I'm just like, I don't know. I push buttons.
here's your tablet. Check out
Yeah.
YouTube.
No. YouTube is we actually just had to uninstall YouTube off the tablet because some bad things were happening. When kids can read, it's a blessing and it's a curse.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Don't they have like child
Yes, but
settings or something?
There's bad things on child YouTube too, dude. Like these people have set up ways to manipulate your children. Just stay off YouTube.
YouTube's not safe for your kids, folks. Nothing
Period.
is nowadays.
No.
Hide indoors, not
Yep.
on YouTube.
Yep, exactly.
What a tough thing to do. I don't even know if I could do that. All right, moving on. Chocolate, you're playing another game I haven't heard of. Hopefully this one's good. Super Destronaut Land Wars.
Surprisingly, yes. This is I know I've found a winner.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Yeah, really good. So it is a Ratalaika Games, who they're the publishers. So this is a first-person shooter. The map is always the same, regardless of what you're playing as, but it's got about 30 challenges, and you're going through just shooting and trying to destroy hundreds of different Space Invader, Atari enemies. Is probably the best description.
Okay.
Aesthetically, it's it's like a cyberpunk to the future block Pac-Man style game. Does that? I know that I've thrown a lot of words there.
The game that I've created in my head seems like a lot.
Yeah. So the colours are vibrant. You go through the same map or the same level constantly. So as you finish your challenge, that's it. The level's finished, and you move on to the next challenge. There's loads of different guns that you can get. You can, as you're blasting your way through, you collect coins as you destroy the enemy. It's simple, it's easy, and it's fairly enjoyable. If you need something that's, I don't want to say mind-numbing is the wrong word, if you don't want to engage too much into a story or a competitive gameplay, this is the game for you. Again,
I just looked it up. It kind of looks like Vector. Like the style is like vector based. Like it's a lot of just like bright lines and angles.
Yes.
It looks cool though.
It really is. It's refreshing. It does get repetitive. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The game would be the same if you're playing this hours on end.
I'll say
However,
it's $4 on the eShop.
Yeah,
at least. So it's not a huge game by any means. It looks like, but
it's good. I've been told that the publisher, they are the ones that the achievement hunters love, so that their games are tailored to whore your game score.
So don't buy this on the Switch then.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to be playing this on Xbox, Bear.
You need to be. I have.
Okay.
I've 1K'd this. I have got the full achievement list. Yeah, unfortunately, it probably took me 2.5 hours, but that's because I was reviewing it, so I had to play a little bit longer. But yeah, the game.
1,000 gamer score. Jeez.
I don't know.
You weren't joking.
I'm
I
not.
don't think I have it 1,000 gamer score in any game. I think my closest game is Apex, and that one seems pretty easy to get 1,000 on.
Yeah, Apex. Yeah, I think you have to do 5,000 damage with 5 different characters, and then you unlock the last achievement.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm
that's
stuck
the hardest one to do.
Yeah, but yeah, this game, it is enjoyable. It is really good. There's so many kind of incarnations of power-ups, different weapons. You go into like a super mad meltdown mode and get 2 guns, dual wield, and just basically shoot the bejesus out of all the enemies.
It kind of just reminds me of like Doom, just running around murdering, and that's like all you're doing in this game. It looks like.
Yeah, I think it's like
everything.
Yeah, it's a simple Doom version of just destroying or shooting everything that comes along with that nice kind of Atari Pong old style.
Yeah, like all the
kind
enemies
of
are
feel.
just little pixelated, like. Yeah, I think what you said with like Space Invaders kind of looking guys.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's a really cool game. It's the only game I managed to play this week after I don't want to say the lockdown, but after coronavirus has slowly crept up and made the world go mad.
Yep.
It's a really, really cool game. And if people want achievements, this is the game to buy.
Could blow off some steam game.
Yes, definitely.
I got a lot of steam, Bear.
You might want to pick this one up, Moose.
Pick it up, Moose.
I've been going on walks lately. So much steam.
So I had to go on a walk the other day.
Steam-powered walks.
You betcha. I can get some of that steam out.
It's going to be a long few weeks.
I'm going to call it steam from now on.
Or
You
months.
just got me so full of steam right now.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, great game. I can't wait to get into some proper games.
Something a little meatier, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe Warzone, maybe Apex. Just I need that. And I suppose I've been dabbling in Ori, but I'm not talking about Ori until
next week.
Till next week.
2 weeks?
Nope, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I lied.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
2 weeks. But yeah, Ori's a very good game as well. If you're not playing it, you need shooting.
It is. Don't miss out on this one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even need to talk about Game Pass Roulette after this, guys.
Oh,
It's Ori and the Will of the
You
Wisps. You should be
betcha.
playing it.
Yeah, if you haven't. It's beautiful. It's fun. And there's no reason to not be playing it.
And you still have 2 more weeks to
2
get
more
in some
weeks.
feedback. I do see a lot of people on my friends list playing it, so hopefully we do have some decent feedback from some of you guys.
But see there, folks, things are getting better because Chocolate liked the game. So,
That is true.
the world is things are improving. Things
That's
are looking
it.
up.
Things can only go in a better direction.
Until next week's game, after you play some more garbage somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be definitely jumping on this Disney adventure and see if the kids will hold a controller and not throw it and take
just
someone's eye out.
Pack your patience, Bear, and give them a crappy controller to start with. Because they're going to drop it even if they don't throw it.
That is true. I did
Or
think
just make
about
them
giving
sit on
them.
the ground on a beanbag chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
my mom accidentally bought me it's like a 2-tone black that goes to pink Xbox controller. She's like, I thought
Nice.
it was red. I was like, well, first of all, I don't buy anything red. but okay.
Red, your favorite color.
And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to return this. And she's like, okay. And then my daughter saw it and she's like, no, I want it. And she was like 2 or 3 years old at that time. And I'm just like, no.
Now it is yours.
Yeah. My mom's just like, she can have it. I was like, you just gave a 2-year-old a $60 controller that she's guaranteed to destroy.
Hey, if it makes her happy.
But it's still live and kicking, and I've connected it to her tablet now, and she can play Roblox with it. So
Boom.
we are moving forward. And Roblox is a scary, scary place, just so you guys know.
God, why are there so many scary places for your children on the internet?
That's just the internet.
That's just the internet, huh? Fair enough.
It's parents, our parents didn't have to think about all these things.
Nope, not even close.
No, not even worrying about letting you outside.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
social media, or internet predators. There's all sorts of fun stuff that keep me up at night.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep delaying having kids. This world just doesn't seem like.
Yes, sir.
We're in a
But Bear
good
liked
place
the
right
game,
now.
so
Great. All right.
What
So
about you, Risky? What you been playing?
something new that I picked up this week. Well, went back to, I guess, really. That Picnic Panic DLC that came out for the Messenger like last summer. I want to say.
I thought it was also known as Hard as Balls.
Yeah, no jokes there. Yeah, so I picked this up. It was free DLC, which first of all is awesome. It's not
bonus.
Yeah, for sure. It's not super long. At least I don't think so. It kind of starts off well, first of all, I was confused on how to even get to it, so I had to Google that. But if you've already played through the game, or are in the middle of the game, you can go to the shopkeeper, and there's like an orb that has a little palm tree behind it. Click on that, and it kind of just starts up the DLC right through there. But also, if you want to just start a new game plus, like you've already beat the game, you can go right into it from there as well. I just continued on with the save I already had, didn't start a new game plus, hopped over there, and yeah, it just kind of like opens up a portal in the shop. You still have the shopkeeper, who's pretty hilarious. Well, hit or miss for me, but pretty hilarious for the most part.
It's a dry humor.
Yeah, and they just talk about how we accidentally opened a portal into another dimension, like a parallel dimension. So you hop through there, and then you end up on this island where all the what were they? Phobicans, I think is what they're called. The little like inhabitants that you were saving in the first game. They're just having a nice little picnic on their picnic blanket, and then the evil demon that we beat in the last game, the one with like an eye patch. He shows up and just grabs like the four corners of the picnic blanket and just swoops them all up in it and then runs away. So that's kind of what you're doing in this DLC, is going to a tropical island. It's called Voodookin Island, and some of the levels that I've gone through feel like voodoo inspired, if that makes sense, if you kind of get that kind of vibe.
Good soundtrack too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it still does the whole thing where
back
you're
and forth.
Yeah, where you go back and forth between 8-bit and 16, and the audio changes up, the songs change up, how everything looks changes up. So that's cool. To initially get to the island, though, I played this last year at PAX. Your intro like fight is you on a raft having to get to the actual island, and if you've ever played. It kind of reminds me of the Battletoads level where you're like in the belly of the beast and you're racing those carts.
Yeah.
It's very much like that, where you have 3 lanes, top, mid, and bottom, and you're avoiding rocks, you're avoiding like spike grenades from him, and then you're also trying to hit these black like ink balls back at him because you're fighting a giant octopus. Mm-hmm. So that took me. Luckily, it saves right before the actual fight, so you pretty much just every time you die, start right into it. And that first fight, it took a minute. That's really just memorizing the patterns, or he has different tells when he's about to do something. So once you kind of figure that out, that wasn't too bad. It's definitely a brutal intro to the DLC either way, though.
Right. From what I've heard, it just like starts you right off, like because the last boss is like the hardest fight in the game, and that game is not easy by any sorts. So, and I heard it just kind of ramps it up from there.
Yeah.
So it's almost like level 2 of the game. So you beat level 1, now here's level 2, and it just throws you right into the gauntlet.
I think so. I think that's fair. The the boss after that is like a giant totem that you have to fight, and he puts out like blocks that you have to jump on.
Yeah, that
weird
makes
stuff
sense.
like that.
Sure.
That wasn't too bad. I'm at like a platforming part now where you have to. It's like you're jumping upwards, like climbing a tower. And the screen is scrolling whether you want it to or not.
Oh yeah, you got to keep moving.
Yeah, and
I got you.
So right now it's just kind of I'm trying to path my way through that.
I used to hate those, like in any of them, the forced scrolling levels, sideways or vertically. And the Mario levels, any of those where you can't go at your own pace, you just got to keep moving.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you have like the quick restarts, it's kind of cool. But there's not like checkpoints. Really? At least not that I've noticed, because I'm definitely starting, or I'm not getting far enough to hit a checkpoint for this part. So yeah, it's tough, but it's still the same. Like, I love that game to death, and it's just more of it. I think, like I said, the DLC only seems like it's a couple hours long, depending on your skill level, I guess too. But it's good, and like I said, it's free. So if you own the Messenger and you've already beat it, and you just want a really solid platformer, go back and check this thing out. It's a nice little bite-sized thing to do on the Switch or wherever you're playing it. I'm playing it on Switch. But
hey Bear, how's that playthrough going for you, buddy?
Do you know, this is the time to break out my Switch, because I don't think I am going to be hitting any Xbox at
Other
all.
than Disneyland Adventures.
Yeah, I'm going to see how that goes down with my wife when I mention it, that I'm going to teach my son hand-eye coordination. She's just going to give me that look.
Problem-solving skills, strategy. What else?
So much. But I'm going to get that typical wife look, aren't I? With the, you're serious.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
absolutely.
serious.
Tell her to listen to our news segment this week, Bear.
Yeah, well, she has been threatening to listen for a while, so could be the best time.
threatening to listen, I love it.
Yeah, and if you are, I love you, my wife. Mwah.
So much.
Anyway.
We all love you, his wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Now sponsor us with that hard-earned cash. Right, moving on.
I think she does by letting you live there.
Paying room and board
Exactly.
Yeah.
for one of the co-hosts. I dig it. Yeah, that's Picnic Panic. I wrote Picnic Party in the show notes and almost just said that. Picnic Panic is the name of it. Other than that, I mean, I'm obviously playing Warzone. That's still fresh. Destiny I've been slacking on though. At the end of each week,
for a new one.
I've kind of just been I think that might be part of it. Well, my thing is, it's just Warzone has just taken over for the most part for me.
Sure.
So I think if that wasn't here, I would still be grinding hard on Destiny. But I'm trying to get most of my weeklies done just to get my power level up. So if I'm needed for anything, I'm there. 1010 is the new tippy top.
But there's not any new like missions or anything to do? Like no new campaign content or anything?
Campaign content? Well, you have like there's a couple like starter missions that are kind of explaining what you're doing with the seasonal content.
Yeah.
Yep. So you have that. It's definitely a small DLC. And I kind of talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Your $10 is getting you essentially a battle pass and a few new fun things to do, and then trials, obviously, which I didn't do this weekend.
I was wondering.
I'm hoping to get some in tonight before it ends at it ends at reset. So
was that 10 Pacific tomorrow?
Yeah, yep, 10 Pacific on Tuesday.
Yeah.
In the morning. So
also, if you haven't visited Zur yet, go get your
Zur's still
crap.
there. Yep.
So I haven't done that in weeks either.
Yeah. And Warzone's good. I'm up to, I think, 2 days played now. 2 days.
2 days total time.
Wow.
Not 2 days that he's played the game.
No, not even close.
48 hours.
It's like 55, I think.
Have you done in solos?
I don't touch solos, only because I always have someone to be playing with, it seems like. So
yeah, Rissy's like the most popular girl in high school. He's always going to have a date to the prom.
I don't even know why, because I'm not like... You're not completely
good.
mediocre at this game. So
we won one game over the weekend that I just out-survived everybody else in the gas.
That's the name of the game, right? So
yeah.
Were you hiding?
No, I was looking for them.
Yeah, there's been 2 games now. I think I'm up to 15 wins, and 2 of the games have been literally I'm just in a spot that's elevated, and the other person dies to the circle because they're like under me and couldn't get into like center circle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's something they need to work on, because there's a lot of verticality in this game compared to a lot of other battle royales. I feel like. So
see, I don't like it when the smoke closes in. I don't like the fact that if the other team is not dead, the smoke keeps going and keeps trying to kill you. This is how I got my win. And the smoke just engulfs the circle completely, and you're just waiting. You're like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
That's what happened with us.
I'm waiting to get shot. That really, I don't know. That just doesn't sit well with me.
I wasn't waiting to get shot. I was looking for the other guy to kill him, but then all of a sudden it just popped up on the screen that we won, and I was like, "Okay, we did it." And Risky's like, "Well, that didn't feel very good."
Well, that's how I got my first win.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know if they need to work on circles and like maybe just making it so there's certain spots that it can't land on no matter what.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I mean, part of winning that way is being better with your positioning. Like, you always are going to want high ground no matter where you are, and if you're the team that managed to take the high ground and keep it, you kind of deserve it, I guess. It's just, it doesn't feel great when you don't have to fire a shot with with the last fight of the game.
Full magazine.
I don't know. Thermal scopes kind of feel like cheating too.
Yeah, and I had a talk with Dan, and he brought this up, that they should have a thermal like binocular set as like a tactical option where you can't shoot with it, but you can maybe like find people and spot them and then have to switch or communicate with your team to where they are, not have thermal sights.
And that'd
a
be
lot
like
of people
your
aren't
perk.
running Ghost.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think people are getting smarter though about using Ghost, which takes you off UAV, takes you out of or cold blooded. Maybe I don't know. There's perks to make it
completely off thermals, but it like definitely makes it darker to where it's harder to see the people.
I think it's cold blooded is the
for
perk you need.
Okay.
Which there's not very many good options to run in the first slot, in my opinion, unless you like to sprint a lot.
I do scavenger, I think.
But
I don't even need that now because I have fully loaded. So
for your weapons, yeah. So if you're not running cold-blooded, there's a good tip. Definitely be running that, because not showing up on thermals is huge. You're such a bright, shiny light for snipers with thermals.
Yeah, and those guns shoot like 5 miles, so it's not like you can hide from them.
And that's the other thing, is that if one person on your team isn't using cold-blooded, you're still a giant. Because once you find the one guy, you can see the other guys that are around him using cold-blooded. They're just a little tougher to see, but they're still there. So
yeah. I do have to say, I did convince my buddy Art and our Patreon contributor.
Art Cutter.
Yeah, he dug his Xbox out. He just moved back to Colorado, so he pulled his Xbox out of a box and hooked it up at the VRBO they're staying in temporarily, and jumped on last night with me and got his mind completely blown as to what a battle royale is.
That's awesome, dude.
Because he'd never touched it at all before, and he's just played Call of Duty, so he's like, okay, so we didn't shoot anybody, but we did good. I'm like,
sure,
yeah, but we can go murder people too. That's like most of the fun in the game.
Yeah, that's what when I've been playing with Chopa and Dan, like last night, they were just like grabbing the bounty contracts and just trying to murder, like popping UAVs and like, okay, there's a dot over there, let's go kill it. Needless to say, weren't pulling a lot of wins when we were doing that.
A lot of W's, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun that way though. And then the other thing is, like, I look at because I was playing with Art and then Aerobin, and we look down at our money, and all of us are walking around with like $15,000, and it's like, what are we doing? We need to buy stuff.
There's so much stuff we can buy.
Right.
And plunder's my favorite mode.
Supposedly this week they're introducing this like insane mode or something that is going to be like twice or 3 times the loot, twice as 3 times the amount of chaos on the map.
Which
Jesus,
it already seems so chaotic.
Right. Yeah, they're going to ramp it up again. I'm hoping they put quads in.
Quads or 5s, something.
Yeah. Oh, 5s, could you imagine? Jesus.
I'm hoping for 5s. I think 5s
cool.
for how big the map is and how many people are actually there. Like 5s is a pretty fun number.
That's still 30 squads.
Right.
I was going to say, you've got your five-man squad already, haven't you?
Yeah, at least. So
yeah.
the more the merrier at this
extras. I think we got a total of 2, maybe 3 squads at this point.
That's what's kind of weird is like this game comes out and obviously I'm going to be playing it a ton, but they drop the player count down, so you lose somebody there. But then also Meg has been playing a ton of games lately because she's been off this past week. So it's like I lost a squad member and then got a +1. So it's like I've got a spot for like one person most nights. It's been tough. I'm hoping for nothing but a higher player count sometime soon.
Yeah, I just message you any spots and then just go about my business.
We'll see. Well, that's at this point I'm trying to like coordinate people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you three all like hang out in parties and stuff. So why don't you three play together? I'll grab these people that don't really talk to you guys, and it's just kind of we're in a weird spot right now. But I'm loving Warzone, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Warzone bit for the week, I think.
Sweet. Hello, chocolates, kids.
Yeah, did you hear that from us?
Yeah, it's fine.
He was like, "No, don't stop talking about Warzone. It's my favorite."
At least we know they're still alive.
Can confirm.
Kids on the left are still alive. I, however, might not be.
Have you guys seen that meme that's going around? And it's like, all right, you have 2 options to coronavirus. You have to quarantine A, with your wife and kids, B, and it immediately just goes B, B, B.
I haven't seen that. I need to.
It's pretty
you
funny.
need to
I'll
send
post
it to
in
me.
Discord,
Yeah.
Too funny. All right. You guys playing anything else you wanted to touch on this week?
Chocolate.
Pretending to be a teacher. Other than that, no, nothing of substance.
All right. Cool.
I'm playing Division, and me and Ben killed Neptune, so that was sweet.
Ayo.
First manhunt of the new season. Got him.
Cool. You picked up Warlords then?
Yeah, I did. I did. Remember, I had $20 credit, so it cost me like $9.
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about this. Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool.
I need to pick it up. I've
I know.
got the money.
All
Keep
the
on
days,
grinding.
yeah, all the days running together now, and conversations
100%.
seem like dreams, and dreams seem like conversations. So I don't blame you, dude.
Weird to keep track.
Yes, sir.
Hard to keep track. All right. We talked about Game Pass. It's Ori and the Will of the Wisps. You guys have 2 more weeks. If you have feedback for it, drop it in Discord or tweet us, whatever. We will take all feedback from anywhere. All right. I guess that just leaves time for some news. All right, Moose. Anything going on in the news this week?
Oh yeah, there's a few things,
All
and
right.
I have been, like Chocolate said, a teacher this week, a referee, a counselor, a house worker, just trying to keep everything together. So
Spinning all those plates, Moose,
yes,
aren't you?
sir. And one of them was a podcast, so I did not get to do the due diligence I usually do every week. So I apologize if I missed anything. Let me know in Discord, and I will be sure to cover it next week. But I got a few good things here. So let's start out with the new Game Pass Ultimate perks. So I know, Risky, you're in Game Pass Ultimate. Chocolate, are you as well?
I am an Ultimate member, yes.
Woo.
Well, we got new perks. So it's kind of like Twitch Prime is kind of the way I'm reading it. So
Perfect, yeah.
They're new perks for Game Pass Ultimate members. They include DLC, exclusive in-game content, and cosmetics. So they're starting off with Smite. You can unlock 5 gods immediately, as well as skins and new voice packs. There's also Sea of Thieves. You can get a Ori ship pack, which is a figurehead, a sail. There's quite a few different cosmetics for your ship that you can get for Ori in the Blind Forest or Ori in the Will and the Wisps. Let's see, World of Tanks. It'll unlock 3 tanks immediately for you, so you don't have to, play the game or
Grind for
pay the game.
Right.
To unlock those. And then also, this is a new one here, Phantasy Star Online. It's like a big anime MMO, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think it's huge overseas.
Yeah. There's a exclusive content bundle that you can get just for being Game Pass Ultimate member. So those are the first ones that they rolled out, and I think they're going to be coming out with new things like once a month or once every couple months.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think there's... I tried unlocking World of Tanks one, and if you don't have the game installed or played, I believe it pushes you straight to get the game.
To the store, sure.
So straight to the store to download the game, so you can then get the perk.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah, yeah. I was just trying to be greedy and try and get all the loot.
Give me one of everything.
Nobody else can
Precisely.
have it. How much chocolate or how much toilet paper do you have right now, Bear?
I'm not one of these people who have 98 rolls
So
sitting.
you just hoard free Game Pass rewards, huh?
Yeah, that, and I throw money at games and don't play the DLC and stuff like that. Just the normal things.
You are the best consumer.
Yeah. My wife's going to kill me.
She's not listening, remember?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully.
So, okay, well, if that didn't put you to sleep, this might. PS hardware reveal was last week, and it was boring.
Oh my god!
The worst
Why?
possible way to debut a console.
Yeah, so it was designed for the Game Developers Conference, which was canceled. And so if you get all those nerds in one room, then maybe they'll geek out a little bit. But just to send that out to the general public and then to kind of drop the night before that, hey, look out for PlayStation. We've got some news coming tomorrow. So you're thinking it's some sort of, PlayStation
Console
what do they call
reveal.
them? Now, or what do they call their
State of play.
Yeah, there you go, like a state of play type deal. And then it's just their new, chairman or CEO, and he's on a white screen talking about teraflops and SSD speeds and things.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that with Xbox, they're just kind of like, here's the spec sheet. Let somebody smarter than you make a video and tell you what this is all about.
Exactly. But Sony don't want anybody touching their stuff, so they just said, here it is. Here's our cool stuff.
They didn't show the console, right?
No, they still haven't showed the console. I hope it looks like that V thing. It looks like the hood of a car, like a hood scoop or something.
Those are the dev kits that went out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a Roman numeral number 5, so it could be, dude.
Oh, God.
I do have a side-by-side comparison up here in front of me. Xbox has all dimension, weight, and color. PS5 is blank on all those.
Perfect.
The GPU is the CPU is exactly the same. GPU, Xbox wins by just about 2 teraflops. Memory is the same. Memory bandwidth is faster on the PlayStation, I believe.
When you say memory, is it the internal memory?
Yeah, it's just how fast the memory is.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing that was. No, is this? I know that mainly the SSD. There's basically 2 SSDs on the PlayStation, so it's going to run and read twice as fast. But at this point, we don't need that. So it'll be years before that technology is actually going to be utilized. Just basically rendering assets the way I understand it. I've heard about it. So, like I said, Xbox, more power, PlayStation, more speed. So I've heard a good analogy is like the Xbox is the muscle car, PlayStation is your German engineered sports car type deal.
Now I don't know which one I want.
I know, right?
Why did you make that comparison?
Well, because they're both,
they're both gonna be powerhouses
optimal
either
machines.
way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's all about the game. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
generally that's kind of gone to
PlayStation's
Sony
way so far. But
right.
hopefully, with Xbox buying all these studios, we got some good games coming up, and there's some
for
news
sure.
coming out here soon.
Yep.
So you can definitely find that riveting video on YouTube if you'd like to watch it, or just pull up what I did, the tech specs, side-by-side comparisons, or listen to any gaming podcast in the last week, and they'll go over it for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just all waiting for the Digital Foundry video to tell us
Right, but
what's going on in here.
PlayStation won't release their, actual console. They're just saying this might be. So
I was quite surprised that they mentioned that they had the way you could add storage into your PlayStation is they've got a gap somewhere in the system, and you can put in internal memory like
that's how the
Xbox
PS4
One
is.
but it's not a proprietary.
Correct.
Yeah,
That
hard
one.
drive.
And the
But
Xbox.
then, yeah, I
will
know.
be.
The Xbox will be. However, they are looking to standardize the dimensions, so most or all extra memory will
Right.
be able to be slotted in, which
Yeah.
I thought was quite good and quite interesting.
So yeah, they're gonna. I think they're gonna release the tech to other companies so they can create memory cards for their Xboxes, right?
Something like that, or they're waiting to the last minute to then standardize all to see all the memories that are out at just before launch to then say yes, you can use every memory by
Right.
company X and this will always fit in that slot. As they said, there's slight differences in sizes, and that's why they can't specifically say you can definitely use X or Y.
Right.
That I thought was great, but don't watch the conference, the video, because it's dreadful. That guy, oh my god,
Mark Cerny up there just
yeah.
looking like a weirdo and
And
boring
that's the
everyone
new
to death.
like head of Sony, right?
I feel like Cerny's been there a while, actually.
Well, since the other guy stepped down,
Yeah, that could be. I am not.
the guy that just retired last year and went to Google.
Yeah, I think Mark Cerny had been there a while though.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure. So it's not like he's a new.
No, not a new
face,
hire.
I don't think.
Right. So yeah, PlayStation is coming and it's fast, I guess. So next, I don't even know where to start. Just GameStop. Oh, GameStop. Didn't they hire Reggie? Don't people love Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie got hired at the worst time, dude.
And then they didn't listen to Reggie. So GameStop, as of Saturday, finally closed their retail in-store services. After a tumultuous week, to say the least, they are now open to online orders and delivery at the door. So kind of like the restaurants are doing, they're giving you curbside
ordering
service.
takeout
Yeah.
with games.
So they're a, I don't know, man. They were deemed. What did their CEO say? He deemed their stores essential retail, along with
dude, they were
grocery
like-
stores, pharmacies, and medical facilities.
They were an essential business, even though they're a dying business because you don't have to leave your home to buy video games. Like,
Right.
you are completely on the opposite end of essential at this point.
And then towards the beginning of the week, they had not told any of their employees that they could stay home without any sort of penalty.
So everyone was scared.
Their whole corporate office were instructed to work from home, but everybody in retail had to be in stores with the masses. Yeah.
Not a good look.
No, and there was actually a conference call that was leaked online on Reddit. I'm sure it's real easy to find if you'd like. It's a pretty long call, but it's basically all the managers on a call with corporate asking all these questions. They don't have cleaning supplies. They don't have sanitary products. They don't have anything they need to protect themselves from, getting infected. And they're just like, yeah, that stuff's back ordered. It should be there Tuesday. And they just kind of slough it off.
Yep. That's I work for Verizon, obviously. So half of what we've been doing these past couple weeks is like ordering paper towels and sanitizer and like all the cleaning supplies and just getting them to make sure our stores are able to combat this the best they can while
and
still
they
being
weren't
open.
doing that, and they just basically they would tell their managers that they're back ordered and there's nothing they can do, but you can go buy some if you want. But nobody has anything right now because everybody's freaking out.
Oh, right. So it's like what?
Yeah.
What a such a sign of a dying business, dude.
Yeah.
Like being that desperate to stay open when you just don't need to be at all.
I know a lot of the managers basically were like calling their governors and calling their legislators saying that this is my employer. They're not allowing me to do these things. I don't feel safe. And so finally, after a lot of persuasion and gentle nudging, they came out with a statement Saturday evening. They're going to give 80 hours of additional PTO to anybody who qualifies. So that's all their salary employees, I believe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's only if they end up losing hours to the COVID epidemic. So if you end up, not having to, if you're in one of those employees that has to go into the store and do curbside service, I don't believe that qualifies to you.
So the people that need it most,
Right.
The people that,
The non-qualifiers, so basically your part-time employees, stuff like that, will receive 2 weeks base pay from the average of the last 10 weeks of the hours that you worked. So I figured that's pretty fair.
Yeah, if you're just a part, I mean, not much more they can do.
Right.
I
And then
guess.
they're covering everybody's full-time benefits for the month of April.
Nice.
So that's quite a bit, you know. That's a big hit as far as the company takes, but you know, it's probably $100 or so added to everybody's check.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot, and
Right.
I don't.
But they're
that's
not
the thing, is,
handling it well at all either.
no, not at all. And this is the kind of scenario where, like, if this thing goes on another like couple months, does GameStop even like reopen after all this?
Well, and it also makes me think, you know, if it does survive, is it worth
Supporting?
saving, $50 on my next Xbox to support a company like this? At this point in time, it's it's all emotional and reactionary, but I'm saying no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Vote with your wallet. That's
Yeah.
the best thing you can do, really.
And that will, be the demise of GameStop.
It's been a long, slow.
No
sinking
doubt,
ship.
right? This has been like a decade in the works.
Yep.
So, GameStop. Good on you, maybe?
Not really.
Finally? Did the right thing?
Kind of.
So, let's see. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remaster. We got another one being submitted to the Korean ratings board. So it looks like this thing is going to be real, and it's going to be later on this year. It's not. It's just looks like it's just going to be the campaign though. It's not going to include multiplayer like the remaster did in 2017 for the original Modern Warfare. So, God, they can't charge more than about $20 for this, right?
I hope not. I wouldn't spend more than that for it.
Right, and it's just a sign of the trend. A sign of the trend. What is it? How do you say that?
Starting of a trend or adding
A sign
to
of
the
the
trend,
times.
isn't it?
There you go, Bear. I'm screwing everything up here. It's a sign of the times because the 2020 game for Call of Duty is likely going to be Black Ops Remastered.
And I also wonder if this.
Might be included or part of the bonus, but they're different companies, aren't they? Because
Yeah, they're different companies. I was going to say more about Black Ops being delayed in some capacity because of all this stuff, and then.
Well, the Modern Warfare 2 remaster popped up at this ratings board last year, also. So
and this is also the same ratings board that leaked Modern
all
Warfare,
sorts of stuff.
the original remaster.
Right.
So
Exactly.
definitely a thing going off past the history.
It looks like it's just going to be the 6 to 8 hour campaign, and that's about it.
So yeah, that can't be more than $20. I hope.
So coming out at 30, and that's how you keep money coming in, even though you can't sell extra maps on your product.
Nobody has any original ideas anymore. All the movies are remakes. All songs are, samples of other songs. All the games seem like they're just making remasters now. It's like, does nobody want to think anything new anymore?
There's no more thoughts to be thought.
I guess we thought them all. We thought all the thoughts. I guess we win. What do we do now? Just watch the credits roll?
Nope. That sounds so depressing.
Is that what COVID is? The credits?
Oh,
God. I hope not.
Oh, boy. We're going to be fine, guys.
Yep.
So, Risky, I know you were talking about Messenger earlier.
Yes, sir.
They just launched a Kickstarter campaign. The Sabotage Studio, so that's the creator of the Messenger,
Yep.
have revealed their next project. It's called Sea of Stars, and it's a turn-based RPG. It looks pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of Octopath.
Yeah, it has a classic JRPG feel to me.
Right. I actually have the Kickstarter pulled up here in front of me, and
Nice.
I'll read the little bullet points here. So the key ingredients are it's got engaging turn-based combat. Combat gameplay includes active player input during attack animations, multi-character combo attacks, boosting and strategic defense options to hinder enemies while they are channeling powerful attacks or spells. For more immersive experience, there are no random encounters or transitions. Risky, that'll like you. You'll like that, right?
Yes.
2 separate battlefields and no grinding. Both navigation and combat happen in the same environment. There'll be unshackled traversal, so you'll be able to swim, climb, vault, jump off, or hoist up ledges as you run through the world. So it's kind of the mix between an RPG and a platformer. You'll have a lot more freedom as far as what your character can do. It's actually going to be a prequel set in the Messenger's universe.
That's
So
that's something I thought was super interesting because
Yeah.
like when you first start the trailer for it, it's like a prequel. And I was like, what? So
Yeah.
these are in the same world then.
So yeah, it says it has dozens of original characters and story arcs will take you on a captivating journey. Sometimes epic, sometimes silly, and other times emotional. Its RPG duty of exploring classic themes and adventure of friendship will also be chock full of unexpected twists and events that you've come to expect from a Sabotage production. So they've always got good story involved. At least, the Messenger had a good story wrapped in through all that hard platforming.
Yeah, definitely. And like the writing was really good in the Messenger.
Right.
So
And then it has full dynamic lighting. If you guys are into that, that's what it's like. It looks like 2D pixel art, but it's 3D. You know what I mean? So they shadow it or they shade it so it looks like it's 3D.
right.
And then it says it does the Sabotage treatment on turn-based RPG. Every system has deeply analyzed to create an experience that pays respect to retro classics while reworking some elements in order to offer a modernized experience free of irritants and over lengthy sequences. So they're taking out the grind basically of the RPGs.
Which is the worst
awesome.
part, in
Yeah.
my opinion, of
That's why I'm not playing
RPGs.
Octopath right now.
Right. So now they have out a cinematic trailer that kind of
Yep.
introduces everything, and then they also have that gameplay trailer that's out now, so you can go and check those out if it sounds interesting to you. It definitely reminds me of some old like Chrono Trigger from back in the day. It's kind
Yep.
of I'm getting vibes of that, and
it
looks
dropped on Kickstarter on the 18th, and its goal was $92,000, and as of today, it has $214,000.
smoked it.
So they're already working on their stretch goals. So there'll be a single player plus mode and bonus dungeon already, and then once they've got a bunch more crowdfunding things that once they reach them, they'll tell you what they are.
Yep. And they're still Kickstarter is good till April 18th.
Yep.
So plenty of time if you are interested in this.
Yeah. And then they've got all their tiers down their side of you. It looks like, is it $25 will get you the game? Yeah. $25 will get you the game plus a bunch of other goodies if you want to back them.
Yeah. And it's slated for PC and consoles 2022. So still a
Yeah,
ways
it's going to
off.
be a while.
But from just the stuff they've shown so far, it looks pretty awesome.
Right. And if you know you're going to like it, if Risky and myself, we both like the Messenger quite a bit. I think I might back them. You may save $5 on the game. You know what I mean? It may retail at 30. And
and just to support them early in the dev cycle, I think is awesome.
And then in 2022, it was like, oh crap, that game's out. Awesome.
Yeah,
Just
I already paid
download
for this.
Exactly.
Great.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Excited to see that. Not anytime soon though.
Womp womp.
All right, and this was from I think the Hollywood Reporter. People are turning to games during these self-quarantine times. So a Verizon report shows that gaming usage is up 75% during peak hours. Just a comparison, video streaming rose only 12%. But I know a lot more people, stream than they do game. But that's crazy, an increase of 75%.
It's huge, dude. That's like I said, that my friends list has just been like lit up lately with people that I haven't seen in ages.
Yeah. Like my buddy Art. I was like, dude, you got nothing better to do. Go dig your Xbox out of a box.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you're, I don't know. I feel bad for the people who don't know what to do with themselves right now, like because they don't have hobbies that they can do like within their house.
Because not even like not just sports is canceled. It seems like all TV seems to be canceled, and they're showing nothing, like garbage on TV.
So
well, it's the meme, isn't it, of everyone saying, "Oh, you have to stay inside," and gamers are like smiling, going,
Yeah, exactly.
"Oh yeah."
I've been training for this.
I've been training for this my whole life.
So another part of that article said gaming may be a good solution to weather the marketplace, just because they see it as a viable economy throughout this whole thing. It's not going to take as much of a hit as other ones will.
If anything, it's going to go up. Dude.
Right.
They're going to be doing well.
People are going to be buying games. People are exactly. So
I think we'll see some more sales.
If you're thinking about pulling your money out of the stock market, just shift it around a little bit.
Yep.
Already done.
Perfect. Thanks, Bear. We appreciate you. So
I like to help.
the last thing I'll talk about here is there was a Nintendo Indies last week. It was like 20 or 30 games they showed that were, some were cool, some were, I don't know, different.
Yeah, and a lot
So-
of those are in like that like highlight reel thing they do where they don't talk about them at all. They just
they just
play 20
15
games really
seconds
quick,
of it. Yeah, exactly.
and you're like,
That's so
"Wow,
frustrating. That one.
what was
isn't it?
that?" Right, you have to like
Screenshot,
pause it
screenshot.
and then
Yeah.
I
Google
highlighted a
it,
few
go figure out
games.
what it is.
Maybe Risky, you might have remembered one or two also. One of them, that the very first game off the bat, looked pretty awesome to me. Blue Fire looked kind of like platforming Zelda.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best game that they showed, and they showed
Yeah.
it first. So,
Yeah, and then everybody fell asleep after that.
kind of.
The last Campfire looked pretty cool. Another 3D platformer type where it looks like a pretty sad story though, so just be ready for that. What else did I see? Oh, Eldest Souls looked like right in me and Risky's wheelhouse as far as your dungeon crawler, boss, mauler type game.
Yep.
Moving Out is one that I'm looking forward to. It's by the developers of Overcooked.
Yeah,
And it's-
moving out. That's like the perfect COVID
Date
game.
Yeah, exactly.
You're stuck inside. It's a fun game that you can split screen with your either family or whatever, and it's like hysterical, like Overcooked. So I think people should definitely look
Hysterical.
into that.
Overcooked is infuriating. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like it's funny in the
I know.
moment, isn't
Yeah.
it? Kind of.
No,
maybe
after maybe.
After, yeah.
After.
After you shout at them and throw a plate at them. God damn it!
All right, fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
the last one I wanted to mention was a sequel to Enter the Gungeon. So it's Exit the Gungeon, and it's not top down, is it?
No, so this
It's
is
a
like
little bit
a
different.
This is like a
Side.
climber, like a
Yeah.
vertical climber. This has been on. It just wasn't that exciting for me because it's been on Apple Arcade for a while. So like
Right.
I'd already played it because I think it launched with Apple Arcade.
Yeah, it
when
was
that
like a
came out.
timed exclusive, or that's like the bad thing about these timed exclusive on games now.
Yeah, by the time it comes somewhere that I want to play it, I've already either
Yeah, or I see
have
a-
it or
a-
seen somebody else play
Yeah.
it, and
or you see a game that looks really cool on Switch, and then you look it up, and it came out in like 2016 on PlayStation.
I just count those as bonuses.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, this game's been out a few years already.
Yeah.
Well, it's new to me.
So that was my half-assed attempt at the news this week, boys.
Hey, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for everyone.
Sounds good, buddy.
We'll see. Yeah, chocolate. We've anything coming out this week?
Yeah, a few bits. Nothing that got me excited. So, day of the podcast dropping, we have Half-Life Alyx, which is out today on the PCs.
Yep. Get your VRs out.
You
Dust
not
them
stoked
off.
for this next game, Bear?
Escape reality.
Put the bucket on the side just in case you're going to vomit.
Oh, Jesus.
Your next game, Bleeding Edge, that's out today as well.
I
So
was gonna say, weren't you excited for this game?
I was. Then I kind of played the demo, and I don't know
It's
whether
hard. and I'm
Yeah,
bad
d-
at it.
so I'm not too sure. Plus, with what's going on, I don't think I'm going to be able to touch this for God knows how long. So that's annoying. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get into some Bleeding Edge.
You're gonna be writing the Disney Adventureland developers
I think so.
asking
Well,
them to make a plus mode on that game.
The thing is, the more important thing is Disney Plus actually drops tomorrow, so I'm dead excited for that
Oh,
in the
nice.
UK.
Are you
Finally,
guys getting all the new movies and stuff when we do too?
I hope so. I've got no idea. I paid my money up front. I can't
Yeah.
find the app.
My kids couldn't wait a week, so I spent $20 on Onward on Friday.
Oh, ouch.
It's
Yikes.
fine. It makes
Yeah.
them happy. They've watched it twice already, so money well
No.
spent.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a sad story about their dad dying?
Nah,
and
it's
putting them
just
back
like
together or something?
Frozen, but brothers and Dungeons and
Okay.
Dragons. So it's actually pretty cool.
So that actually sounds fun.
Yeah,
Well, I'll let you know
It's,
when I watch it.
it's pretty
Perfect.
sweet. Yeah, Chocolate, I can give you a whole short list of things to watch on Disney Plus.
There you
Brilliant. I'll take it. More games. We've got The Legend of Heroes, Trails of the Cold Steel 3. And that's on PC, and that drops on the 23rd of March, which is today. That's a strange. Why did I put that in
Yeah,
there?
Monday drop, huh?
Yeah.
Strange.
Okay, drop me on my head. And then we have One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, and that's dropping on the Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, and that's out on the 27th of March. Deep breath. Game Pass. We have new Game Pass games. The Surge 2. Get your Thrustmaster out and fire up Ace Combat 7.
Yes.
Yeah, Risky, you're going to have to ship me that Thrustmaster, buddy.
No problem.
Because you've
Get
already
it out.
beat that game, right?
I got through most
Or
of it.
played it
I
as
didn't
much as
finish
you're
it.
going to.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
And this one I can't pronounce. Krona?
Yeah,
Kona.
Kona.
That's coming out. The worst part of all of this is there are so many games leaving. It's quite sad.
Got about a week, right?
Yeah, I think it's end of the month. They'll be gone. So Borderlands, almost anything Borderlands is leaving. So you got the Handsome Jack collection, the pre-sequel, Borderlands 2. They're gone. Or going. Lego Worlds, Vampire, the Golf Club 2, City Skylines, and get ready for me to absolutely destroy this name, Opracina the Stolen Son?
So close. Operancia.
I think there might be an extra E in there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway, they're out of here. They're gone.
I started up Vampire. I'm gonna have to hop on that because I don't think I'll pay for
But
it.
also,
so.
it's, everything in there is, what, 10
Oh,
or
yeah.
20% off
I
right
think-
now. So
is
if you
it-
really like one of these games, buy them now because you'll save money.
Yeah, I meant to say that if you do want to get one of those, they are discounted. I think I want to say 25, but we'll say up to 25% off. So grab them if you need them.
There you go.
Do it. All right, folks, we did it. We got through another podcast. It's
Short one, but a good one. 'Cause
yeah.
we all got kids to tend to.
Well, some of us. That's for sure.
Well, we'll see what happens after this epidemic if you're going to have a kid to tend to or not. Not much to do, huh, there, Risky?
Nope, not at all. All right. Well, we kept the show short. I will also keep the plugs short.
Short
We've got one giant master link that you can go to get everything Cross Atlantic Gaming: Discord, iTunes, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. The list goes on and on. You've heard it a million times, but you can go to streamerlinks.com/CAG podcast. It'll be the top link in the show notes. So if you just click on that, that should guide you to everywhere else that we are and everywhere we have a presence. So easy enough for you, peeps. If you want to get a hold of me, I am at Risky the Kid everywhere. Chocolate, how about you?
Well, I'm Chocolate Bear 80 everywhere.
And Moose.
Moosenstein 8314, all places.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this week's episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming. We'll catch you guys next week for an all-new episode. Stay safe and goodbye.
Wash your hands.
Stay at home. Why does Cinderella get kicked off the baseball team?
I don't know.
Because she always ran away from the ball.
Classic Disney.
How does a dog stop a video?
No idea.
By hitting the pause button.
Good one, Bear. That's funny.
What do you call it when a group of apes starts a company?
What?
Monkey business.
What season is the best time to go on a trampoline?
Spring.
I would
Yeah,
say
springtime.
Yes!
You don't win a prize.
What did the police officer say to his belly button?
There's no telling.
You're under arrest.
At least he didn't shoot it.
That's
Want to hear a roof joke?
yes.
The first one's on the house.
All right. Here's
Some
my
quality.
last one. Does February like March?
Nope.
Nope.
No, but April, May.
But April, May. Got it. Nailed it. Goodbye.